Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapBookingWithMe.com and me, Crafty Scrapper. And Lila's in the background barking, yay! Right when I start a video. Hasn't been doing that all day and now she's barking. Anyway, I showed y'all the other day the newest digitals that I have made free for y'all because I hit 30,000 subscribers, y'all, here on YouTube. And this is the free digital sheet that I put on my coffee website, the KO-FI website. And then this was the free digital. I actually put both of these on my YouTube members site on the scrapbookingwithme.com, and then you go into the left column and pull up my Melina's YouTube member perks page, and you got that sheet and that sheet if you are a member of my YouTube members. So today I'm showing you the next two sheets, the next two freebies, week 2 of my March Madness freebies. Now this one is also cool tones on the grayscale. It is a little more, maybe has a little bit more green in it than blue like last week, but it coordinates with it still. And then this week, this page will be the freebie on my Ko-fi website, KO-FI. This will be that one. Now, you can probably barely see these and you're wondering why is kindness up there by itself. It's actually a little tab, kind of pocket tab there, and it's just real light, and I will cut these out and show you how I would use them in a journal. But this is the page for my coffee people, so you can go on there. You don't have to be a member of anything, you don't have to pay for it at all, but this will be on my coffee website, and you can you know, pay a couple of dollars for it if you want to, or if you don't have to. I'm giving these to you for free because I'm celebrating hitting 30K subscribers on YouTube. So we've got some little kind of specimen-like cards. You could use these as little tiny pockets or tucks or just decoration on your pages. And then you've got some grayscale, cool tone word phrases and number labels, and then a couple more little journal cards if you want to use them like that. And then my members will get this journal page. So it's got some dot grid on the background, maybe a little bit of distressing, but it's still cool tones. It's got some ferns on there. I'm calling these two sheets Wildflower and Fern, I do believe is what I called it. Wildflower and Fern. It has fern in it anyway. So when you would fold this, you would see that little fern on the front if you use it as a journal page, and then this bigger fern would be on the back. And on my camera, I don't know if it's because of my mat or what, this is showing up more light blue than it is. It has actually got some teal and aqua in it, and let me see if I can get that to show. Let's see if it shows a little bit better that way. Yes, that's a little bit better as far as the tone, but it's still a little greener than what it is showing on screen. So when you go to get you back, and when you go to print this, if you go, that looks a little more blue, that looks a little more green than it looked on Melina's screen. You know, all screens are different. Make sure you remember that whenever you're printing. But this was week 1, and this is week 2. And I thank y'all so much. Yes, my Melina's March Madness, and I am making things, making digital sheets in appreciation of you. I appreciate y'all so much for subscribing to my channel and sticking around and watching my videos all the way through and sharing my videos. That helps me so much when you share them. Other people will get to see them, maybe that wouldn't have found me otherwise on YouTube. And so I appreciate that so much. It helps me and helps other people discover me, and helps for YouTube to bump me on up into the algorithms too. So that always helps. Because YouTube is not my full-time job, of course. I have many irons in the fire. But this is one that I really enjoy. Now, I'm having to get really close because it is a really, I've said really a bunch of times, haven't I? Light color. It's a greenish kind of seafoam green, but it's very light. And I'm cutting these out, and I'm going to show you how I would use these on a journal, in a journal. So they're little file folders, but it's just the front. It's not foldable. It's just the front of them. And I'm all about some pockets in my journal, so that is how I would use these. Let me just finish cutting this out, and I'm going to ink around them with, I think I'm going to get tea dye out. Hadn't used that in a while. It's a little bit lighter of a brown. Let's go with, no, you know what? I'm going to go with Hickory Smoke. It's a nice gray. Keep it cool instead of going warm. So Hickory Smoke. Pull that down so you can see. I've got y'all pulled in really close. So then I'm going to ink the edges. So Hickory Smoke, since it's a gray, it's just going to give a little hint of some tint around the edges. Do both of them. And you'll be able to see them a little bit better too, since they are, the base of them are so light. Hickory Smoke, I like it. It's a very subtle gray, unless you know, you could dirty it up really good and it would get darker. Okay, so little file folders. They're kind of shallow, so not too tall at all. But I would totally use these as pockets in my journal. So see, that this is a half sheet journal, and that means if you have a full sheet, you're just folding it in half and making your signature like this, sewing it down the middle, and that's what we've done here. That's that tall. So these fit perfectly on a half sheet journal, and I would totally make that a pocket. How cute is that? So it looks like a little file folder. It's got your tab at the top of it, inked around, and then you would just glue on the 3 sides and have things to go down in there. Now, what I did want to share on this video, other than these pretty little free digitals I'm making for y'all the whole month of March, and this was week 2. If you missed week 1, I will link that in the description box below. But what I wanted to go over in this video also is helping some of the newer journalers in making pockets. And making pockets that, oh, looky there, you can see my pajama pants. That is really far in. Like, I have hardly any space to go either way. Anyway, there are some that say, you know, I really like making pockets, but I want it to have that room all the way across. I don't want, because some of us don't drive our glue perfectly. I mean, Lord knows I don't. I'm going to bring y'all down some because that is too bright. Some people don't drive their glue in a straight line, and so if you're using liquid glue, it goes into your pocket, so therefore you have less room in your pocket to put things. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make full width pockets. However wide you make it, it's full width. So you will be able to get, let me get a little piece of something like a die cut or a tag or something. Okay, so you will be able to get something down in all the way to the edge, both ways, all the way, and then all the way to the bottom without running into your glue. Okay, so we're going to make gussets. If you've never made a gusset, this is how you make it, or this is how I make them. And then I'll also show you how you can get this look without even cutting anything extra. So a gusset, just for example, on this Pink Monarch Prints Digital, these are her gussets for the pockets. So you've got a gusset here on 3 sides. So you would cut this pocket out. We're going to do one of these in this video, but you would cut this pocket out, fold on these lines, and you would just put glue on the gusset part, and then that would be what is glued down into your journal. And then that way you've got room all the way across to put something down in your pocket. This helps tremendously if you are making a pocket and it is small, very small, and you thought, I'm going to make it just for this tag. And so you make a pocket and it's just this wide, and then you glue it down. You can't get this tag in there because your glue has squished in to your pocket. So it's either sticking out too far or you can't get it in at all because your glue has smushed in. Okay? So what I would do in those instances is I would measure how tall if you don't have enough room to make a gusset. So this is 2 1/8 tall. 2 inches and 1/8 inch tall. 2 1/8 inch tall. And it is 4 7/8 inch wide. So I would cut some of my scrap paper that I get from wherever down to 2 1/8, and I would do 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch cut. And then the 2 1/8 tall. So I've got 2 1/4, so I just need to cut off a little bitty 1/8 of an inch. This is great for newbies, but all of our seasoned paper crafters can learn from this also. So you've got a little piece. It does not have to be exactly the height, okay? So you've got a little piece here. You're going to fold it in half. And it's 3/4 wide. You're going to fold that in half. That just works better for me because I have fat little fumble fingers. So if you can work with a 1/2 inch, go for it. But I cut mine 3/4 inch wide. So then you just fold it in half. You've got a little tent there. Yay. Then you're going to measure all the way across. See, this just barely has a little bit. I'm good with that. So I'm going to cut this at 3/4 inch wide also. And then I'm also going to fold this in half. You can score it if you want to, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So gusset is just something that I add to pockets so that it gives a little bit of expansion. So you got a little bit more room to put a little bit more stuff in. And then it lets you go width to width and put stuff down in it. Because you're not actually putting glue on the pocket piece itself, you're putting glue on your gusset piece. Okay? So for the bottom, I would want my gusset piece, the tent part, see my tent? I'd want my tent to be upside down. Like that. Glued on. So that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead on the bottom and put glue on one side of your gusset. Don't worry about the other side yet. You're just wanting that opening or your tent to be upside down when you put it on the bottom of your pocket piece. All the way to the bottom edge of your pocket piece. Just like that. So now you have your pocket and you have your gusset, and it looks like that. Upside down pocket, upside down tent. Okay? Just like that. So for your edges, you want them to go the exact same way. Tent opens up to the inside. Okay? So what I'm going to do is fold that bottom gusset out. Okay? And then I'm going to put glue on the one side of my gusset or my tent. And I'm going to make sure that the open part is to the inside. And then I'm going to fold it over, make sure it's all the way to the edge. Okay? And then when I fold that out, see, I have that. And now, same on the other side. And no, your gussets do not have to match your pocket because they're going to be on the inside and you will not see them. So all the way to the edge, open it up. So now that's what that looks like. If you fold them in, that's what they look like. And you look this way, you can't see them. Okay? So then what you're going to do, open them back up. And what I like to do just to get a little bit of the bulk off is I'm just going to trim off those corners there without touching my pocket. Don't go that deep. Just barely cut off those little corners. Okay? And then I also trim off that top corner because sometimes you can see that when you're starting to put something down into the pocket. Sometimes you can see that. Now I'm going to get you really close so I can show this off to you. Okay, so we've got our gussets, we've got the top corner chopped, bottom corner chopped, that bottom corner chopped, and then those two bottom corners chopped. Okay, now get you focused back on me. We're going to fold these up. I'm going to fold my sides in and then the bottom. Okay? Then I will go ahead and glue this into my idea journal just so y'all can see it. So I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to put glue just on the gussets. Or try to put glue just on the gussets. I might go a little wild. Okay, glue is on the gussets. I'm going to pick my pocket up. And I'm going to glue this pocket onto my journal page. And the only part that has glue is the gusset, not the actual pocket. Just be sure not to make that glue go off of the gusset. Don't put too much glue, because then you are going to have a mess and your pocket will have glue on it. But look, I am all the way to the edge of my pocket, and I'm all the way to the bottom of my pocket. And then all the way across. I am all the way to the edge and all the way to the bottom. There is no space, no wasted space in my pocket, and I have room to add all kinds of stuff. It's expanded. It holds so much. It is not stressed out on the edges at all. Look at all that I'm able to add into this pocket. And still more room if I wanted it, because that pocket is expanded out because of those gussets. So you can have a pocket full of pretties if you do your pockets like this and not just gluing down your pocket itself. Because when you do that, if you don't have gussets behind it or expanders behind it, then all you're going to have room for is 2 or 3 little things, and then it's already starting to stress out on the edges. Let's see if I've got, I don't know that I have a regular pocket in this journal. Just a regular bottom piece pocket right here. Here I do. Alright, this one is glued down on the edges. I cannot go all the way to the edge. I cannot go all the way to the edge, because this was just a scrap piece of cardstock that I glued down on 3 sides. It has no gussets, no expanders behind it. So I can get 2, 3, 4, 5. It's already getting tight. It's tight right now. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to stress out these edges or the bottom, because it will start tearing. But with this pocket that we've just put in, we could get 20 or 30 tags in that if we wanted to, and it's not going anywhere. And y'all, this is just printed on premium paper, not cardstock. So this is just a paper pocket too. This that I just tried, this is cardstock. So you get more reinforced power on a pocket. You get more realty out of a pocket. I'm just saying. Pockets with gussets are a good thing. So I will cut out one of these and show you. And then I will show you things like just another piece of from a die cut that might be, yeah, I think I'll cut that one out and show you. So that will be a little small pocket, and that is on cardstock, but I'll show you adding a gusset onto that. One of these, so if I cut out this pretty green pocket here, and over at Pink Monarch Prints, they are really good about going ahead and giving you the gussets on the pockets. And that makes it so easy, and then that way you don't have to cut your own pieces like I just did. But when you see this kind of pocket in a digital kit, this is how it should be used, and I'll show you in just a minute. All we're going to do is cut this out. Now it's got some nice pretty little scallops, so it'll take me just a second more to get it out because I want it to be pretty. Love the scalloped edge. So what have y'all been up to this week? Last week also. Did you do something fun over the weekend? Let me know. I love hearing all y'all's adventures and things that you do with the kids or the grandkids. That's always fun to hear about. All right. So there's that pocket cut out. I'm going to ink, I'm going to use the hickory smoke because I got it out. I'm going to ink the top. Now I'm not going to ink anywhere else until I fold over my gussets. So I'm just going to use that as my fold guide where the print stops. Okay. And then this one. And now, there is your pocket that you would use in your journal. And then there are your little gussets. So now you can ink these edges. And then just put glue on your 3 gussets and glue it down into your project. And that is what you do with those type of pockets that you were to get in a digital kit. Now, I do not have the software to make these kinds of pockets that already have the gussets on them. I just don't. I would hope to be able to one day be able to do that. I said able twice, sorry. But I do not have the software for this yet. But I could try to do something with just putting some like white triangles on the edges and maybe, you know, blacken out that spot. Anyway, that's just me. I don't have the software, but I can try nonetheless. So on something like this, if you had this die cut and you're thinking, I want it to do more, I want it to be functional, I want it to do more than just be pretty in my journal. And look, this one has clover on it, so it's wonderful. It's just perfect to use in March. This is also Pink Monarch Prints. This was the August subscriber kit, part of the August subscriber kit. And I do believe that she puts those subscriber kits up in her shop after the fact. So, in September, the August kit would have been available. I think that's how she works that. But of course it is at a higher price point too, because she gives a break if you subscribe to her every month, which I do. I love her stuff. Her designs are gorgeous. So now we have this little die cut that I want to make into a pocket. This is a piece of cardstock. I'm going to get another piece of cardstock. You don't have to do that. Like I said, your gussets do not have to match. So I'm looking at 2 inches tall by 3 3/8 wide. So I might just go 3 1/4. No, long, I mean. 2 inches tall by 3 3/8 wide. So I'm going to cut this off of here. I'm going to go 3/4. That's where I'm going to cut at. Okay, I think that be enough because I only need 2 inches tall for both sides. Oh yeah. And then 3 3/4. So I'm going to go with this one. I mean 3 1/4. Whoopsie. That is one thing you have to watch when using the Tim Holtz trimmer. If you're not holding that paper perfectly in place as far as smaller papers or cardstocks, it's going to move it when the guillotine comes down. So I'm just folding that in half. So that'll be for one side. Fold this in half. That will be for the other side. And then fold the long piece in half. And that will be for the bottom. Okay, so I've got to find the bottom. This is it. I'm going to put glue on one side of my tent. The tent is going to go upside down at the bottom of my pocket piece. All right, and then my side flap, put glue on it, fold that bottom piece down, and make sure that my open end is going inside. Open end is inside. Glue on this one. Open end is inside, going inside. So my Pac-Man mouth is on the inside, not pointing toward the outside. Okay, so then I'm going to open this up and do the same trimming. So I'm barely going to lop off those corners at the bottom, barely going to lop off those corners at the bottom, and then this top corner and this top corner, but making sure that I'm not cutting the pocket at all, the front of the pocket. Now here we go again. I'm going to zoom y'all in so you can see. So there are my gussets, and when I fold them up, there they are folded up, and you can't see from the front side. Okay? Nice! So that is a great way to make a pocket out of anything that you want and still be able to get all of your stuff. Let me get a little die cut here. All of your stuff all the way across. So it is a full width pocket. No problems whatsoever because you have gussets on the back or expanders, pocket expanders on the back. Easy, easy project today that I wanted to show, and I had some questions about it, even had some questions on what are gussets. So I wanted to go over that little topic today and help anybody else out that needed that. And don't forget to go over to my Ko-fi website and pick up your week 2 March Madness freebies. So you will get this sheet with those 2 pockets or those 2 file folder-ish looking images with this, so that full. And then if you're a member, you get that sheet plus a journal sheet this week. Last week, all of my Ko-fi people got this sheet. And then if you were a member of my YouTube channel, you got this sheet and the nice pretty little tags and cut aparts. Okay, so that is week 1 and week 2 of Melina's March Madness. And I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video, this little tutorial on how to get expanders done, gussets done on your pockets, and making a pocket out of any die cut you could think of easily. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. I'll have links in the description box below. All you have to do is hit more or expand or whatever underneath my video, and I have all of the info down there. Oh, another thing. I wanted to show y'all that we now have all of the Pylant family merchandise on. I'm pulling it up on my phone. We have all the Pylant family merchandise on our Scrapbooking with Me website also. So if you go to scrapbookingwithme.com, you're going to see, you know, you can sign up for a newsletter and then all these categories. When you go down the category list on the home page, you're going to see at the very end, it's called the Pylant Family Merchandise. Click on that, and that is going to give you options of buying all of our CDs or flash drives that have all of our CD projects on them. We also have our bracelets on there. We have 2 different bracelets. We're calling that Faith Wear. So Aaron and Brandon wear those bracelets every day, and we love those little bracelets. They're not the real thick rubber bracelets either. They're narrow, so a lot more comfortable in my opinion. And we also have some Pylant family hats. So let me show you this. Pylant family hat. It is black and white, adjustable. And then the bracelets are Faith Wear. The turquoise one or aqua one says fearfully and wonderfully made, Psalm 139 and 14. The gray one says more than conquerors through him, Romans 8:37. So you get a 2-pack of bracelets, or you can get the hat, or you can get, well, it went back a little too far, any of our projects. And then this, guys, this is our brand new project, brand new CD, and it is our favorites. And we have 10 older Southern Gospel songs that we started out in 2008 singing. And if you love some of the old stuff, you're going to love this new project. It is a pre-order. We are pre-selling these. We should have them in about 8 days. So if you want to go ahead and snag one of those, you can. This is our newest CD before that one. It is the Living in Grace CD, and we also have that on thumb drive. And then our other 3 CDs, Aaron's solo CD, and then this CD was 2020, and then this CD, the white one as we call it, is our 2022 project. And if you want all 3 but you don't have a CD player, you can get the thumb drive. It has all 3 projects on the thumb drive, or the newest project, and there's the thumb drive, and then the pre-sale, the one that will be out in about 8 days. So we appreciate you supporting the Pylant family, not only Scrapbooking with Me, our paper crafting company, but also supporting our ministry, the Pylant Family Ministry. And if you want to grab any of our music or merchandise, we have it available on Scrapbooking with Me website now, and you can order any of our Pylant family merchandise with your paper crafting order. So it can all be combined. You don't just have to order that. It can all be combined together. So we thought that would be a little convenient for you. Anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.